right? So find the equation of the line perpendicular to y equals negative 2/3 of x plus 5 and negative 4 over 7, negative 4 comma 7. So first of all, we say that two lines, L1 and L2, are perpendicular if and only if, what do we know about their slopes? The slopes must be what? The slopes must be negative reciprocals of each other. So two lines L1 and L2 are perpendicular if and only if the slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. So mathematically, that means, or translates to, that, okay, if I know the slope of one of the lines, like line 1, if it has a slope of m1, then excuse me. If I know the slope of line 1 is m1, and I'm trying to find m2, then m2 is the flip of m1, but we say the negative flip or negative reciprocal. So m2 is equal to -1 over m1. All right, so let's begin with our given line. Our given line in this problem is y equals negative 2/3 of x plus 5. So I'm going to call that line 1. When I look at this line, what is my slope? -2, what? Over 3, right? So m1 is -2 over 3. The good thing about this problem was that the given line, by the way, was already in y equals mx plus b form, slope-intercept form. So it was easy to identify the slope. So m1 is -2/3. Well, if m1 is -2/3, then what do you think will be m2? Not 5. Remember, m1 is the slope of the first line. m2 is the slope of the line that we're trying to write the equation with. But we know that the two lines are going to be perpendicular. So if m1 is -2/3, then what will be m2? Nope. Everyone, we're taking a negative reciprocal of m1. So first of all, let's take care of the reciprocal part. Well, you have a fraction for m1, so you have to flip it. Well, if you flip 2/3, it will become 3/2. Now, if you have a negative sign, right, m1 was negative, and you negate it, what does two negatives give you? A positive. So m2 is going to be positive 3/2. All right, so m1 is -2/3. m2 is going to be 3/2. All right, so using m2 equals 3/2 and the given point, which was -4, 7, you can write the equation in point slope form. I'm going to abbreviate equation in point slope form. So point slope form is defined as y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So what I'm going to do is replace m with 3/2. I'm going to replace x1 with -4, and I'm going to replace y1 with 7. This will give us y minus 7 equals 3/2 of x minus -4. Now, one of the more annoying things about MyLab is that they'll ask you to simplify your answer. And you're like, well, how do I simplify this? The only part of simplification that you have to do is combine any negative signs, any two negative signs that are together. So do you have any two negative signs together? Yeah, where? That's right, negative and the negative 4. The negative and the negative 4 will become positive 4. So you're going to get that the point slope form of this line is y minus 7 equals 3 halves of x plus 4. All right. Now that's taken care of. You can also write this equation in slope-intercept form. To write the equation in slope-intercept form, you have to solve for y. In order for you to solve for y, you just rewrite the line that's above, where the y is isolated by itself, right? So observe, just rewriting what we had in the previous line. Y minus 7 equals 3 halves over times x plus 4. You are going to distribute the 3 halves inside the parentheses. So what's 3 halves of x? That's just 3 half x. Now you do 3 half times 4. What's 3 half times 4? 12 over 2. What's 12 over 2 reduced to? 6. So you get plus 6. And then you add 7 on both sides. So the 7s are canceled. On the left-hand side, you're going to get y equals 3 half of x plus 13. And that will be your final answer.